So now, how's the mood of the team after the first loss?
We good. We're in a good place. We had a good practice yesterday, coming off a loss, and we still focus on our goals and what we need to do to prepare for Auburn, and and to try to win the game tomorrow against Auburn.
How long before the game did you find out you wouldn't have PJ, and what kind of an adjustment was that?
Um, well, we kind of like expected it when we got to Kentucky. He said it got real bad, but the adjustment was you know next man up. Whoever we don't prepare for just around one person or for a specific guy. The next man up, and we're gonna try to do what we can with what we got. We're not gonna sit around and complain about anything. We're gonna still go out and play the game and try to give ourselves a chance to win in every game, no matter who's out there on the court.
Sin, I'm not asking you about the officials, okay, but there have been a lot of fouls called in every SEC game this year. How difficult is it to try to get into a flow and do whatever you guys do when the whistle keeps going?
It's tough, especially the ones that was at Kentucky. We got like four offensive fouls called like the first couple possessions of the game, and it's like how can we be aggressive? How can we drive the ball when every time it's when we try to drive the ball they fall in or it's an offensive foul. So it it slows us down, and we hesitate to drive the ball. Because we scared of that offensive foul, and we know that if you pick two of them up in the first half, you're done until the second half. So you try not to pick those fouls up.
Seeing you talk about this team being in a good place after Saturday, there have been some other years where maybe, one loss might lead to two or three or on down the road. Is this a different team mentally than maybe you've been on before?
Yeah, I think we're different just as far as our leadership. Us older guys won't allow our team to go in that bad place. That down moment after a loss. We try to stay as positive as we can, no matter what situation we in, and try to keep the team at a good place. So that way we don't get too big on a win and too down on a loss. So that way we be prepared for the next game.
Kind of going off of that, obviously y'all got down big early on, but y'all fought back with that 12-0 run and kept it closer until later. So how nice was that to see the team kind of pick themselves back up and fight to get back in the game?
It just shows our leadership. Our leadership, like I said, we try not to allow our team to get down mentally, and so we try to do everything we can to pick ourselves up, pick the team up. And during Kentucky game, and the thing was to not do everything we can to give ourselves a chance to win the game. And, that's what we tried. And I think we used so much energy fighting back from that big lead, and it kind of wore us out towards the end of the game.
Sin, on offense and defense, how does Frank tell you guys to avoid the fouls or how to play through the fouls? Just what does he do to say you just got to do this to keep the whistle from blowing?
He don't really say too much. He just say stop fouling. He don't really tell us to stop being as aggressive or anything like that. He just tells you to stop fouling. You just can't run nobody over on offense, and you can't hand check nobody on defense. That's all he says. But we still try to keep our aggressiveness on both ends of the court.
Sin, the team had some good stretches there in the second half. What did you guys do specifically that you guys feel you can build on and continue throughout, conference play?
I think we just we started getting a little more stops. We limited their transitions. We rebounded the ball a little better the second half, and we attacked the rim and got more open shots and moved the ball a little bit better during the second half, and allowed ourselves to create better opportunities on offense.
See, I'm flipping the script on the foul situation. You're better than most at drawing fouls. I think the numbers I saw most recently were over 6.5 a game that you draw to get to the line a bunch. What do you think is the key to that as far as understanding offensively, how to create contact and get free throws, especially out of possessions where it doesn't necessarily look like there's a lot of, good open looks that are coming your way?
It's just all about, I don't know, it's something I've always been able to do. I don't really know how I do it, or it's not really a technique I use. It's just something I think I was just born with, able to draw a foul and attack the rim. But I usually really get in that aggressive mode when they calling a lot of cheap fouls on us when we're on defense. So I just try to attack their bigs when we got the ball on offense.
So in your own play, it looks like this year, you're aggressive, there's freedom, no hesitation. A couple of years ago when you were worried about your knees, it's like that's so long gone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like this is the best stretch you're having as a college player? And do you wish it could have all been, as healthy, played as healthy as you are now, right?
Oh yeah, I think about it all the time. If I wish I could have been healthy, throughout my whole career here. But it's just great to finally, for my last year, to be able to give it my all at 100%, and just to lead the guys, and just to be able to play without worrying about anything, just play free and play confident, and that's the biggest thing as being a college basketball player is when you got the confidence with your ability, then the sky's the limit, and right now my confidence is through the roof.
You kind of talked about before that you guys had an idea that PJ might not be playing, but for someone like Felder, I know you guys have played in some hostile environments, but to play at Kentucky, for him to go out there, might not have had the type of game that he would have wanted, but, how do you stay positive with him and just let him know, hey, look, you got plenty of basketball ahead of you. Obviously, he's a freshman, but so you don't lose him for the rest of the year.
He's going to be all right. Yesterday he had a great practice. It was his first time, like you said, starting, and it was against Kentucky. That's one of the hardest places to play in college basketball. But he's going to be all right, and he only can get better. It's a learning experience for him, and it's us older guys' job to keep him level-headed and to keep him focused and make sure he gets better throughout the season.
Since so much attention when you play teams at the top of the standings, but when you play the teams that aren't at the top of the standings, do any thoughts go back to those losses last year that kept you out of the NCAA tournament and not wanting those to happen again?
Yeah, we can't lose those games. The games when you lose against Kentucky and the team that's at the top, those games don't really kill you as much when it comes for Selection Sunday. What kills you is the team that's at the bottom of the SEC. It's us older guys that's been here and that went through it last year. Jobs to keep the guys focused and let them know that, okay, we lost against Kentucky, but this game coming tomorrow is the most important game right now on the season, and we got to take care of business because these games are what kept us out the tournament last year. So we try to emphasize that and just let them know that we got to come out and play on Tuesday.